Welcome everyone. Today we will study about our new topic, that is absolute maxima and minima. So in another way you can also say location of maximum and minimum values in a closed interval. In these type of questions they may be giving you a closed interval and you have to find out the absolute maximum and minimum value of the function. For this purpose, first of all you have to differentiate your function as y was given x cube minus 3x plus 2. So we have to differentiate function. You can write it dy over dx or you can write it f dash x also. So as I differentiated and I got it 3x square minus 3. Then we will keep it equal to 0 and we will get our critical points. As already the interval was given closed interval 0 to 2. So you can understand what does it mean. The closed interval indicates that x is greater than equal by 0, less than and equal by 2. So here we got the critical values of x plus 1 and minus 1. Since minus 1 do not lie in between this interval, we can say that plus 1 lies there. So here minus 1 we can ignore and we can take plus 1. So now the next step is that on these 2 points 0 and 2 and another point which we are getting from this critical point, that means at 1. For all these 3 points we will check the value of y at those 3 points. So as if I am keeping x equal to 0, I will get it 2. So this is the value of y, function y at x equal to 0. Then I tried y at x equal to 1. Here we got 1. So we are finding the value of function y at x equal to 1, that I got 0. Then y at x equal to 2, that I got 4. So here we can see that the minimum value is 0 and the maximum value is 4. So we can say that the absolute maxima is 0, is 4 and absolute minima is 0. Absolute maxima is 4 which is at x equal to 2 and absolute minima is 0 at x equal to 1. Let me give some more examples to you. As here I have done question number 6 and it was given y equal to x minus 1 whole cube into x plus 1 whole square. So first of all what I have done, I have found differentiation of y, or we can write y dash, that is u differentiation of v plus v differentiation of u. Then we have kept it equal to 0 and after solving we will get the point x equal to 1, x equal to minus 1 and x equal to minus 1 upon 5. Now for all these values you can keep here and you can get the different values of y. Where it will be maximum, that will be the maxima at that particular point. Where the value will be minimum, you can say that that is the absolute minima at that particular point where you are finding it. Here question number 10 is done. Y was given sine cube x into cos x. So when we are differentiating it, we have to use the formula u into v. So u differentiation of v, the differentiation of cos x will be minus sine x, plus v, the differentiation of u, that will be 3 sine x, 3 sine square x, again the differentiation of sine x, it will be cos x. So as you know that in next step we have to keep it equal to 0. So sine square x is taken common outside, is 3 cos square x minus sine square x equal to 0. So once sine square x is 0, that means sine x is 0. So where is sine 0? It's at 0 degree and 180 degree, that means 0 and pi both we have taken. Then this one I have kept equal to 0, so I got it 10 square x is equal to 3. So we can write 10x is equal to under root 3. So as we know that under root 3 is at 60 degree. 60 degree means pi upon 3. So then on all these 3 points 0, pi and pi upon 3 we will get the value of the function. So if I am keeping y x equal to 0, that means sine 0 degree which is 0. So the full term will be 0. When I am keeping pi, then also sine 180 degree is also 0. So this full term will be 0. Then when I am keeping pi upon 3. Pi upon 3 means 60 degree. So sine square 60, that means under root 3 upon 2 whole cube, and cos 60 degree, that means 1 upon 2. So here we will get 3 under root 3 upon 16. That will be the maximum value. Same they are asking to show that it will get or it will attain its absolute maximum value at pi upon 3. This is what we have shown. Here it's done. Question number 12, as the function was given x minus 1 whole square plus 3. So first of all we have differentiated. We can write dy over dx or f dash x. Then it will be 2 into x minus 1 and it will be 0. So the differentiation will be 2 into x minus 1. Then the next step is for critical values we have to keep it equal to 0. So here I got x equal to 1 and the closed interval was given minus 3 to 1. So same point already we got. We did not get any point in between minus 3 to 1. So same these 2 points we can find out. So now we will find out the value of fx, or we can say the value of y at these two particular points. When I have found the value of y at x equal to minus 3, then what it will be? Minus 4 square, that means 16 plus 3, it will be 19. When we will find out at x equal to 1, it will be 0. 1 minus 1, it will be 0 square plus 3, so the value will be 3. So its maximum, absolute maxima is 19 at x equal to minus 3. Absolute minima is 3 at x equal to 1. Now I request everyone to solve all the questions of the exercise. Thank you.